Hey, welcome to KirbKast. I have today with me in the studio none other than Yana G with me. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing really, really good. Thank you for having me here, by the way.
Yes, of course.
This is amazing.
I'm so glad you're in the studio with us today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So as you guys, if you don't know already, here on KirbKast, I try to find the next talent that's going to come up in the limelight later in life.
Of course.
And of course, I got the rapper slash singer slash producer, beat maker. Yeah. She does it all, Yana G.
Thank you. Thank you. I try.
So Yana, tell me about yourself.
Well, I am from South Carolina. That's my home. I wasn't born there, though. I was born in Germany.
Oh, yeah?
I was born in Vilseck, Germany, and that was because I was a military child. Both my parents, they're in the military.
You moved around a lot then, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that's where I get my diversity from in music as well, like hearing it over there, then hearing it how it is in the South. And
I'm jealous of that.
We used to live in Maryland. Yeah, we used to live in Maryland, so hearing the northern side of things.
The northerner.
Yeah, northerners.
So the northerners, and then you go to the south.
The south, yeah. So it has a little twang, in their accent. But the south, and I love the south. I'm a country girl. That is where I will always go home to. Is the country.
Amen.
So I grew up around horses, cows, the ranch, agriculture, growing crops, all that kind of stuff. And that's what I've been doing since I was young. My dad was like, I don't care if you're a girl. You're going to get out here. You're going to, shovel horse poop and clean the stalls and bale hay.
Get dirty.
Yeah. So
sounds
that's
like a good man.
Right. So that's what we all did. And we were working hard. And that's honestly, working on the ranch is what taught me work ethic. I think that right there has motivated me to, perfect my craft now. And not just be boxed in and one-minded and do several things, producing, engineer, not just do, singing and writing music. So, I came from the country, a little town called Blythewood. And I went to Blythewood High School. It was pretty cool high school,
Good hometown?
Yeah, it was a really good hometown. I would raise my kids there if I had kids.
Oh.
I would definitely.
How big is the old town?
I mean, it's not that big. I mean, I think our high school graduation count was only like 400.
Oh, yeah,
so it wasn't all that. I mean, it was medium.
I would use the word decent for that then.
Decent.
Because I think I was in the 800s with my high school.
Whoa, are you serious?
Yeah, like we were pretty fat on that department.
Wow. Okay.
Like, did you have trailers for like costumes?
Well, a little bit, but we had like probably 2 or 3 trailers at the most.
Okay, when I was a freshman, we had 2 trailers. By the time I was a senior, we were in the 14s on the trailers.
Are you serious? 14?
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
That's a big high school.
Oh yeah.
But I bet you your football teams and everything were banging.
Oh yeah, we were like 5A. You know, my freshman year, and like we played like nobody good. So yeah, we were.
Wow.
We kicked ass, and then you go to 6A. Oh, we got trampled, especially by.
Wow.
I lived in Chelsea, Alabama.
Okay.
And, big school named Hoover.
Okay.
Okay. They
whooped you.
Oh, they're the ones that get on TV like on Friday nights,
really?
And they'll play.
Wow.
They would play college schools and stuff like that. It's crazy.
So around your area, you had big. Like for us, we didn't like our football team was. I wouldn't say small. But they weren't good, It wasn't that many people as if it was, 800 students.
Right,
you know what I mean?
I mean, the bigger the roster,
yeah, the bigger, the better.
more possibility for skill there is.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, I liked growing up in a medium small town because I knew a lot of people there. And a lot of people felt like family, so they supported me. Yeah. And they supported me through anything. Even when I was competing with horses, they supported me with that at my shows. Even with music, I first started singing in the church, and people that didn't even go to my church, they would come to my church and support me and see me perform. So I really love the environment over there. I definitely homesick and definitely want to go back for real. So.
Just heartwarming people, man. It's just
exactly.
Moment when you can call somebody family.
Yeah,
they're not even
blood. Exactly. So and they support you like their family too.
That's just the best environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So you're a rapper and singer, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tell me about your style.
Well, I would say my style I don't really like to compare myself sometimes, but a lot of people do compare me to like pop, Rihanna, Ariana Grande, Beyonce. So that's kind of my style. But for me, I'm very diverse. With my music, I've made rock, I've made the poppiest pop, I've made R&B, hip hop, and I feel like music, the word music is very diverse. It's a bunch of different genres. And
Oh,
I feel
it
like,
is.
yeah, and I feel like it should be expressed, And I definitely love to express. I listen to all different kinds of genres, from One Republic to Imagine Dragons to Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Rihanna. So I really love to put in my music what I listen to and what helps me.
You need that open mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly. You don't want to stay one-worded and boxed. I mean, not one-worded, but one-minded and boxed in. And yeah.
I mean, you ain't gonna get any better if you don't explore.
Exactly. If you don't grow, that's the key thing, is grow and search for something. For me, I search for something that I think I can do, and then I try to perfect it. That's
awesome.
Yeah,
very intelligent on that decision there. Good job.
Thank you. I try to make intelligent decisions. I try.
Sounds like mom and dad raised well then.
Yeah.
So, speaking of it, where does the singing come from? When did you start doing this?
I'm gonna tell you, it didn't come from my parents, because they can't sing to save their life. If somebody was like, in order for you not to die, you need to call your parents to sing, I would not call my parents, because I would die. I'm sorry. They could not sing, but I think I most of it had to self-teach myself. My grandmother, I was, we were kind of born a little bit, later than the rest of my cousins. My cousins are like way older, so they got to see, my grandmother before she passed and before she got diagnosed with Alzheimer's. But I saw videos of her singing, and she had an amazing voice, amazing strong voice. My aunt, she used to sing, but none of them really currently sing. So it was none of them I could really, and we were traveling a lot, so it was none I could really, go to and, hey, can you help me with this or this, that, and the third. So I really had to learn on my own.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I would say, like, as far as listening to other artists and getting the inspiration from them, I would, my parents, they listened to the craziest of musics, back in their day, like James Brown, Mariah Carey, Destiny's Child, Brandy, all
the classics.
So, all the classics and all the greats, I would have to say. And I think that's where especially with Mariah Carey and Destiny's Child, I love them. My mom put on that CD all the time. So I would say, as far as practicing my vocals, Mariah Carey, Beyonce was somebody that, Brandy, Whitney Houston was were a few of the artists that I definitely looked up to, for that.
Good picks.
As far as rapping, I'm young. I'm, late 90s. So Lil Wayne is by far the best, I would say, for me. I love Lil Wayne. His metaphors are amazing. And I'm a lyrical person.
Dude's got skill.
I feel like when you can tell a story with metaphors, I feel like it's amazing. Eminem is another awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Tupac, awesome.
Just
definitely.
a lot of these good figures.
Yeah, exactly.
You make a good point there. I mean, of all people to find for this inspiration and good role models, if you will, to run off of.
Exactly, yeah.
Good choices
and
on there.
They've definitely made their mark, and that's somewhere, I want to go. I want to be, in their position and be able to, the music, I'm not going to lie, the music business right now is not as good as it should be,
Yeah.
I definitely think that my music, has something different, and also, different messages. It's not something, the same thing that, sex, drinking, drugs. It's not really anything like that. It's, for me, I would say my music inspires people that are trying to grow and are trying to, perfect their craft, and that's what I want to do. I want to go into the music business and help and inspire, because music's inspired people for centuries and helped people for centuries. I know it's helped me, And
you want to keep that.
I want to definitely keep it going, because now music is like, it has no meaning. So I definitely want to bring that back. I definitely want to bring the meaning of what music used to be,
That's pretty admirable. Yeah,
exactly.
I like that. I can get behind that.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So you were saying that your aunt and God bless your grandmother. So you've had sort of your family tree. There's past of musicians.
Yeah. Definitely.
Is it just been with the vocals, or is there anything else?
As far as I know of.
I know you got a big family.
Right. And I still don't know, some of them there. So as far as I know of, just been the vocals. I've actually had to teach myself the piano. I play a little bit by ear. I'm not like, perfect, but I play a little bit by ear, and that's how I produce.
You dibble dabble here.
Yeah, okay. I dibble dabble. I can make, a little melody here and there, with it. I know, treble clef, bass clef, studying from band. I know how to read music as well. So,
it's a good tool to have.
Yeah, I definitely had to learn how to play instruments. My family, they were more of, singing, a type, they love singing.
Is it safe to say that singing's your favorite instrument?
You know what? Honestly, singing is my favorite instrument. It has to be my favorite because it's like, it's once you first start, it's kind of hard. It's a lot to learn. I didn't know, things of, it's important to breathe from your diaphragm, instead of your chest. There's a lot of things you have to learn, but I love it.
I'm no Freddie Mercury, but I do know that learning if you're not born with the perfect vocals, if you're not pitch perfect, teaching or learning for yourself and stuff, I know it's a lot of work, and I know it's basically like discovering a new you.
Yeah, exactly. And once you discover that, it's like, even if you were born with it, if you weren't, I know like if you weren't born, it's probably going to be a little bit harder, to get that. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication. If you really love it, though, it doesn't even seem like work. It doesn't even seem like,
That's basically it,
yeah. Honestly, it's just, I a lot of people say, oh, man, you're working so hard. It's like, honestly, it doesn't seem like work. I love being in the studio and making music.
It's the same way with me behind the drums.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can play. I remember you tried to teach me. Oh, my gosh. It's like a lot of tasking because it's like the kick and then the snare, the hi-hat. It's a lot.
At the end of the day, it's rhythm.
Yeah, right.
And I believe that's something that everybody has, and they just have to find it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I believe that's the same way with singing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Would you agree that everybody can sing? They just got to figure out how. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, honestly, my dad, he never, ever, 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 ever could sing. And he started.
Did he try?
He actually started trying and singing. And I've noticed he's gotten more on pitch. He could do runs. I think if you love it, if you're really dedicated to do something, you do it. Do it. I feel like there's no I can't or that's impossible. You know what I mean? I feel like if this is something that you really love and something that that you could benefit from, do it. I'll definitely do it.
I agree. I know on the last interview I had last week, we were talking about the similar thing, and I was saying how you got guys like, who Jimmy Buffett is by chance?
Jimmy Buffett?
Jimmy Buffett, Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
That's your boy. People like him and like Ozzy Osbourne, Kurt Cobain. Yeah. These figures, they were told that they couldn't sing. They were told that they couldn't sing and stuff.
Yeah.
And you gotta put your head, your ass. Exactly. You have to put everything into it and to figure out if this is what you really want to do. Find your art.
Right.
Just find what makes you.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do to sell it, man?
Exactly. Like I honestly believe if you really want it, there's no problem in getting it. Because like even with, for me growing a fan base and trying to get my music out there, that's been like a journey, jumping over mountains and climbing, swimming, swimming in the sea. Like it's been a journey. And I look back at it now, it's kind of like it's all worth it. And going through that, it was kind of no problem. It was, like, okay, this is an obstacle, but I have to go through it.
Feels good though.
So I believe that's what they did. There's a lot of people that's going to tell you can't do it or you're not going to make
it. There's always going to be the negatives.
Yeah, always. But I feel like I always have this thing. I think I saw it somewhere on a shirt. It's called. It says "Haters make me famous," and it's true. You have that negativity, but it's like that is what pushes you. That exact thing is what pushes you because it's like, okay, well, let me prove you wrong. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that is definitely what pushes you.
Especially like when I'm on YouTube or something and I watch I watch a ton of people on there. And when I watch one of my favorite YouTubers and they make a video and it's out to the haters. Yeah. Like and stuff. And when they talk about how they're making fun of these comments and stuff. Right. One, I think you're ignorant enough if you just really want to talk crap over the internet. Exactly. Like really, I feel like you have no life. Don't even get me started.
Yeah.
But Anyways, when they address to their haters and stuff, it's just all you're doing is fueling that fire.
Yeah.
You're just making it better at the end of the day.
All you're doing is giving me attention.
And if you know that and that's what you're purposely doing, then God bless you for being a dick,
Right.
Congrats.
Right. Like I feel like, you have your supporters, but the haters, that they're just as important. Those are the people that okay, I can't do it. Well, watch me. I'm going to.
The negative stuff. That's what's going to make you strong.
Exactly. That's another good point. It is what makes you strong. Because I can tell you if there were people that, hey, you did a good job. Hey, you did a good job. Even lying to my face saying, hey, you did a good job. I'm pretty sure me perfecting my craft and trying to get better wouldn't even, I would have been like, oh, I'm cool, I'm good.
Exactly.
I would be so cocky right now. And
it's just you need negativity.
Exactly, you need it to
it's
grow.
A fact. You need it.
Yeah, you need it.
I got you there. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back onto your family, your big family. I gotta know, does the family support you on your music career?
Oh yes, very, very, very much. I remember I had my first performance here. And it was during Saturday, and it was Friday. And my parents called me. They was like, "Okay, we're on our way." I was like, "What? You're coming all the way here? It's going to be tomorrow." Like, man. So
all the way from
South Carolina. Yeah, 6 hours
cool.
away. Yeah. So I was like, man. But yeah, all of my family is very, very, very supportive. Both of my mom and my dad's side, very supportive. Me and my sister, we're very close, like best friends, and we both want to get into the industry together as well.
Your sister, does she do some work too?
Okay, she doesn't sing, not at all. But she's a businesswoman.
Oh, okay,
and
all right.
both. She has that type of ear that she knows it'll go to the top. Like we'll hear songs that hasn't been out yet, and she'll listen to them and be like, "Oh yeah, I know that's going to the top." And next thing you know, you hear it on the radio, it's going to the top. So she has that good ear, and she loves music. And
good person to have by your side. Then.
Oh yeah. So because the music industry, I've taken a music business class right now. Oh my gosh, it's so shady. just like the people, even the CEOs of the record labels, just shady, petty stuff that's going on.
You have to watch out. Like you said it yourself. Today's music.
God.
Today, how music is rolling. It's
just. It's not going anywhere. I feel like it's just dead. And I feel like, now that I've learned about how the music industry is, it's important to have somebody like my sister and, you, like people that I've met here that are hard workers and like-minded people, and build a team and go up. Because a lot of people, they'll be fake, they'll smile in front of your face and then, talk behind your back, especially in the industry. So, I feel like it's very important to build a team now. That's, why, my sister and I definitely want to go into the music business.
You need to make a staple.
Yeah. And
you need to bring up back why music means something in the first place.
Exactly.
I'm not saying, today Macklemore makes everything dead.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree with you. Yeah. Things are not what they used to be.
Exactly. And I the people like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, they've talked about stuff that is really going on in the world, and people listen to their music when they're down, happy, sad. Now people really listen to music, just for the turn up.
Yeah, that's it.
Honestly, just for the turn up. They don't even know what the words are, saying in the song, but they just, hey, it sounds tight.
They don't listen to the meaning anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That bothers me a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and if it's not about listening to the meaning, it's about who can make the nastiest remix.
Right, exactly.
Not crapping on the remixes. There's a lot of good ones out there, but man, where's the care? Where's the effort anymore?
Exactly. Where's the meaning, the effort?
Like you said, Lil Wayne when he tells stories and metaphors and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel you. That makes That makes it all more enjoyable.
Yeah,
man.
I feel like when he the old Wayne at least, when he first came out, he brought something completely different than all the other rappers. Were bringing. So did Tupac brought something completely different.
And Eminem,
especially Eminem.
You can feel,
you can feel his rage. His problems that he had, and it related to a lot of the people in this world today that have the same problems. So I definitely want to bring that back. Definitely.
In your music, do you Well, let me just ask. In your music, what do you bring to the table in your type of?
For my music, I would say now that I focus on a couple of the singles that I've not putting out yet, but I've performed, really cater to women. and young girls that I've been, having a younger sister. A lot of young girls, they have insecurities, because of the media. You have to look a certain way, be in a certain way, a certain shape. Yeah. Guys like this certain or certain industries like this certain type of girl, and it's kind of like be yourself. You know what I'm saying? I put out a song called New Wave. And it's really saying that don't copy anybody else. You don't have to put on makeup like Kim Kardashian does. You don't have to have a big butt. Create the new wave. If you're different, create a new wave. You know what I'm saying? Be different. Make that something new that everybody else wants to
write
get
your
on.
own legacy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Write your own legacy.
When people say, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna be the next Tupac," it's like, dude, why do you have to be the next Pac?
Exactly.
Why don't you be the next you, man?
Yes, exactly.
Bring something new to the table.
Right, and that's exactly what my single, which is going to be coming out next year, January. But that's exactly what you said. Exactly, that's what it's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Write your own legacy. Be you. Don't be the next. I'm not trying to be the next Beyonce. I'm not trying to be the next Rihanna, Ariana Grande. I'm trying to be Ayana.
Yeah, it's boring,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? Yeah.
Come something new.
Exactly.
Give me something new to play with, man.
Right. Because I've noticed, I'm pretty sure you've noticed, new doesn't really last long.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, not new, excuse me. The same doesn't really last long. Being the same doesn't really last long.
And you got to roll with the punches, too.
Yeah.
We, with the last interview, we had this little bit of discussion how you got to roll with the punches when it comes to today's industry because you can't stay at the same level every time.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to learn what you're good at, especially.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like a lot of people, they go into the industry not even knowing what they, finding their sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not really know. They just go in, okay. I'm pretty sure you heard the Future and Designer case, Designer sounding just like, I feel like they just go in and they want to be the next Future or they want to be the next this, that, and the third. And they don't know their sound. I feel like they don't know who they are or what they're trying to bring to the table. And for me, I made sure before I even put out any song that I knew what I wanted to do. I knew the message that I wanted to put in my music. Because I can't just put something out and then it's like, is this really you? Is this really the girl that I just met a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
So that's definitely what I want to bring.
I will say that when I listen to your stuff, you do bring this type of new sensory into the aesthemis of the brain.
Yeah.
Or at least me trying to flash it up here.
Right.
But it's a good feeling because I don't want to say I haven't heard of it before because I don't know if I have.
Right.
Because of how everything is so similar these days.
Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate you listening as well.
Of
I remember I
course.
showed you too. Yeah. It's I definitely want to bring something different because I'm tired of hearing the same thing on the radio.
Yeah, it's the same 5 songs.
Right.
It rubs you the wrong way.
Exactly. Playing over and over again.
Well, speaking of artists, let's go ahead and go to this. Who is your favorite artist?
My favorite artist, I would have to say, just for what they stand for, I would have to say Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
I would have to say. She represented not only women, young girls, people, just hearing her voice, you know what I'm saying, and learning. I remember I was listening to one of her albums my mom had, and just a lot of it gave me confidence. A lot of music, you listen for the turn up or you listen to be, okay, cool, that's hype. But when something, I guess, kind of, when you listen to something and it relates to what you're going through and it gives you confidence, like, okay, everything's going to be
That's letting
good.
the music go inside you.
Yeah, exactly.
Settling in like that.
And I feel like that's what she's, also Michael Jackson, oh my gosh. Also him, he's talking about weird stuff in his songs, and they were hits, and they were like, wow, and this is what people go through. And I guess people that haven't passed away, I would say. Now I would say Beyonce, because I feel like I feel like nobody can touch Beyonce now. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of
she's gone far with it.
Yeah, I feel like she's did it and she did what she said she was going to do, and she went and got it. And that's, for me, I look up to her for that. You know, that mentality, that's where I want to be. That's what I want to do. That motivation of, okay, this is what I'm going to do. These are the people that I'm going to impact and help, and I'm going to go do it. Nothing's stopping her. You know what I'm saying?
You need that initiative, and that drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Or else you're just going to get stuck at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can see that in you. And
thanks.
Keep that up, girl.
Thank you.
That's definitely what you need.
Thanks. I would say a new current artist that I've liked, Meghan Trainor.
Okay, yeah.
She, being that I remember a recent, was it Me Too, her new song called Me Too. I guess her label basically edited her video to where she would look skinnier. And she then was like, okay, take the video off. I want the original video with my regular body type. And I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, you know, like Kim Kardashian and even, you know, like Britney Spears, they definitely not eat or alter, you know, their body or modeling pictures in a way. So, you know, for them the industry form fit, you know.
But she putting this expectation on
exactly.
of the human body.
Exactly. But she's like, I'm beautiful the way I am. And that's definitely something that I'm like, wow, finally that's in the music business.
Somebody
that's
standing up with that pride.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of us need to hear. Male, female, a lot of us need to hear. You're beautiful the way you are. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
all about that bass. No trouble.
It's all about that bass, no trouble.
So you like these artists because they fill you up with just this encouragement, and they make you want to strive more.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an awesome thing to have with your favorite artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of all of those, if you had the chance, who would you want to work with?
Oh gosh, man, only just one. Okay. If they're still alive, I have to work with Whitney Houston. I have to. The ones that are currently living, I would have to work with Beyonce. A lot of opportunities there. I have to work with Wayne. But the main person, Beyonce, I would say now. I love her. Yeah.
She brings a lot of pizzazz too.
She does. Yeah.
She's just done it all.
Right,
That's the thing.
She's done it all. That's you know, a position that I want to be able to, after I'm done with my music career, I'm like, man, I did something. You know what I'm saying? I made my mark. I inspired so many people.
Well, hey, you keep going the way you are.
Thank you.
You're gonna get there.
Definitely. Thank you.
So let's talk about your career a little bit here. You've talked about you performing and stuff, and you have these singles that aren't out, but you've done them live.
Right.
Tell me about how many times have you played live since you've moved to Orlando?
Since I've moved here, I've performed 3 times by myself. I guess collabs, all including about 5. But yeah, by myself 3 times. And man, when I first did it, this show called Show Dope. Shout out to Jaquan. And man, that was the best experience. I was kind of nervous. I was like, man, you know, is this really for me? You know, is performing out on stage, or I'm just like a studio artist?
Let's talk about the gig. Tell me about the gig. How'd you get the show?
Well, actually, me and Jaquan actually knew him when I first started Full Sail. So we were kind of just already like friends.
All right.
And he's, you know, a businessman. So he started, you know, I've met him when he was first starting up his entertainment business. And so he called me. It was after last Thanksgiving break. He called me and was like, yo, I'm starting this show. I'm, you know, having new, you know, local Orlando artists come out and perform. And he was working at this, it was called Moonlight Cafe, I think it was. It's near
it sounds familiar.
CC's,
is it like
Little Caesars, I mean.
Yeah.
It's near there.
Is it like a coffee shop?
Yeah. It's like
I've
a coffee
heard of
shop.
This.
Yeah.
I think they do freestyle stuff over there.
Yeah, open mic. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, I work here now and we can do shows here. I was like, what? Wow, okay. Oh my gosh, what I'm going to perform. So I started looking through my songs and everything like that. And my first single that I put out here was Drug Dealer. And that was my first single, my first music video. And Cheeseburger, he did the music video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he did that one with me. So it was pretty dope.
Shout out to Cheeseburger.
Yeah, I actually put a behind the scenes for that music video on Facebook as well. But yeah, so I was like, oh man, what songs should I sing? And I remember Full Sail, they make you do, songs. So I grabbed a couple from there because they were really dope. They turned out very dope. And so the first ones were New Wave, Magic, and Drug Dealer, and they were all 3 different genres of songs.
Oh wow!
And New Wave was kind of R&B pop. Magic was strictly just pop, like dance hall, and Drug Dealer was R&B, and so it just gives the crowd, a different vibe. And so I was so
it's pretty bold too, to put in. To come out with 3 different
it was risky
styles.
It was risky.
I respect that.
Yeah, because one thing that I learned about performing, you can't be selfish. You can't think of, oh, this is my favorite song, so you have to go with what the audience likes.
Oh my God, you couldn't be any more real.
So I've learned that.
How many bands have I seen where the mood is going style? The mood is they have it in the palm of their hand.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At one point, they may be doing Nas, and then all of a sudden, the guitarist goes into doing what was it? He did Eddie Van Halen. He just went into Pride and Joy. Like the mood went pretty south because they had everybody on the dance floor. I was at on International Drive, and I was at BB King's barbecue place.
Okay,
big place with a big show. I think it was like the T-Stone Band. Shout out to them. Sorry if I butcher your name, but they were a great popping band. Yeah. I just remember watching them. They had people on the dance floor. They were doing great.
Right.
And then their guitars, he just started after their song. After they ended it, he just started going into a rock song.
And then it just went.
I love Eddie Van Halen, but he didn't. I don't know if he read the mood. I don't know if he was being selfish. I don't know what
exactly, and that's important. You have to read the audience. That's it right there. You're singing to your audience, or you're playing for your audience.
If it wasn't ending with Nas to Eddie, that didn't give it away. It was the people immediately sat down after he started. When he started playing the guitar,
they're like, okay,
it's like, oh man, I was
dancing, but.
Dude,
not anymore.
I was with the fat beat, not the squealing guitars.
Right, and that's so important. Like, especially even picking the order of your songs. For me, it was from New Wave, it was, a cool turnt song, but it was, something you could bob your head to. Hey, that was cool. And then the dance hall Magic beat, something you can actually get up and dance to. And then Drug Dealer, something you can actually get crunk to. So it's even the order of the songs, is important. Because, like you said, you have this nice song and then you play the next one. It's kind of like, okay, we're sitting down now. The vibe is gone. So that's definitely what I learned from performing. But the crowd energy, so important, because honestly, you're nervous, but when you go on stage and you feel that the crowd is into you, the crowd is reacting back with you, you're doing good on your part, first of all.
You get the butterflies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But when the crowd... When the crowd is with you, when they're feeling what you're feeling, the butterflies go away.
Literally. And everything goes so fast after that. Like, it's like I get off stage and I'm like, dang, I just performed that fast. It goes so fast.
Oh, yeah. Because you're having fun. You're enjoying it.
Exactly. And that's the butterflies literally go away. And it's like, I don't know, it's like for me, you don't even know what you're doing. It's like you're at home. It's like you're, at home with, a fake microphone and dancing and jamming and not even knowing what you're doing. It's exactly the same way on stage.
People may not know it, but the simplest just applaud at the end of a song, it goes such a long way for the artist.
It's like, thank you for clapping for me.
Especially if it's like at the end of the first song.
Yeah.
If you get a little feedback, positive feedback, a lot of weight just gets lifted off.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying everybody that's on stage acts like that, but I don't know. I don't think people understand. It's
just versus hearing just silence after a song.
If you're just walking by getting an ice cream and the band just ended something, dude, just be like, just do something, make them feel good.
Right. Because silence, oh my gosh, that's not, thankfully I have not had that, but I've seen other performers and I've had to, step up and be like, woo, Because like
that's
the silence,
awkward.
I know it's kind of like it brings back the butterflies. I know it brings back the butterflies.
It's like one of the biggest fears to be performed.
Yeah, the silence, like not having the crowd into what you
show them what you got.
Yeah,
and they're not feeling it.
Yeah, exactly.
You just want to just put your tail between your legs and just run.
Right. Just run off stage embarrassed. But like I said, you can't be selfish with your songs, and you can't be. Of course, you got to be confident. But you have to know what you're doing, and you have to love what you're doing, and you have to, I wouldn't say ask the crowd, hey, can you please like this? But show the crowd this is something that you love to do. This is something that I've been working on, I've been growing. Don't go up on the stage, I'm the it, I can do everything, you're probably gonna like me anyway. That's not a good mindset to have,
I've probably played 50 shows in my life, and from what I can tell you, what I can pick up is that when you get the vibe going, people are not just there for the music. I mean, if you're playing it at a Taco Bell or something, whatever, that's your dilemma. Right. But people are not just there to listen to music. Yeah. You're a performer. You're putting on a show.
Exactly.
Show who you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't let the voice do all the work.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do a handstand on stage.
Right.
But show them who Yana G is.
Exactly. A lot of people, they, get on stage, they have their mic stand and they just sing. The voice, hey, you got a good voice, but your stage presence is everything as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are there, and I didn't even realize this sometimes, but a lot of people, they're there being at a concert, seeing you perform is their escape route from something. You know what I'm saying? It's you are their escape route. Take them to another world. You know what I'm saying? With your music, with your talent.
Especially with today's music. That's what they try to help when you're going through rough crap and all that, Talk about going out to the club, get crazy. Yeah. Get crunk.
Right.
Stuff
Turn
like that.
Up. Like
just forget the blues for a little bit and listen to the blues.
Right. Right, exactly. And I feel like as a performer, as an artist, I feel like even for me, my purpose, what I want to do, that's my job, my purpose is to help you and get out of that mindset. You had a bad day, I got something to motivate you.
Everybody goes through a little grease every now and then.
Because I know music, going to a concert, going to the club has helped me get out that state. Stressed, go to a concert, go hear music, even just something simple as putting in your earbuds and listening to music.
Oh, there isn't a day that's gone by where I have to. I have to listen to at least one good song a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'll be cranky or something.
Music is it's amazing how much music is an important part of our everyday lives. In commercials, TV shows.
Anybody that out there that says they don't need music, I think it's just a lie, man.
They're living a lie.
That's breathing, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
you need that to live.
Even if you're listening to this podcast, and if we sound just a couple of crazy music lovers, so be it.
Yeah.
But you need music out there.
Exactly.
That's why it's alive, and that's why it will always be around.
Exactly.
The day it dies is the day we all die.
Right, exactly. How many years we're alive, that's how music is going to stay alive, honestly.
Bingo. So another good tool to get there to where you want to be next to Beyonce, giving her high fives, is collaboration.
Oh, yes.
Features. Yes. Stuff like that are a big key.
Oh, yes.
Especially in the hip hop game.
Oh, yeah. I've done a lot of collaborations. Recently, shout out to Obscenity. I did a collab EP with an artist in the UK, dope artist. His name is Obscenity, and it's called Obscenity Yana G USA to UK EP. And
sounds pretty dope.
I love that. Was probably one of the best collabs I've did. I loved it. It's so diverse. You have dance hall, you have pop, you have a little bit of R&B, you have a little bit of hip hop. It's everything on there, and I just put it out on my SoundCloud, and it's amazing. I love it. That collab I did, and that was the big one I did out of the States. That I was surprised. He hit me up on Facebook, and he was like, I was listening to one of your Yana G Sunday videos, and you have an amazing voice. Let's work. And so I was like, man, oh yes. So
another thing we're gonna get into later, but social media.
Oh. Yeah. Oh God.
It's a good thing to take advantage of these days.
Very, 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 very everything is gone electronic and digital now.
Yeah.
So that is a very good thing. It took me a while to even get, a hold of that. But yeah, I've been doing shout out to Also Sway. Also, we did that one, got over 1,000 views on Facebook. We did a Panda remix for one of the Yana G Sundays video, but it was like we remade the beat, remade the song totally. He also performed that with me on stage as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been doing a bunch of collabs, especially here since I moved here, meeting so many dope artists around here. Cause in South Carolina, it was really, oh no, I ride horses though, you know what I mean? It wasn't really any collabing there. It was just, me. I was just singing, by myself, so I'm doing my own work.
The little garage bands bands that I would try to just gather up together.
Yeah,
I swear it was like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Because either everybody's up for country.
Yes, really.
Or going mudding.
Right. Let's go mudding, ride some horses or, I'm like, okay.
At least in my town, sure. it was hard to find some people that were like legit interested in making music.
Yeah, making music. Exactly. So when I came here, oh man, my music has grown. If you listen to, I don't even show people my music when I live in South Carolina.
There's old stuff of mine.
Yeah.
I barely show it to anybody.
Right.
And if I show it to you, it's because you're keeping your lips sealed.
Right, exactly. You're not telling anybody. It's like I think probably last month I took a listen to it and I was like, wow, this is something that I'm pretty sure a 12-year-old would probably sing.
But isn't it a good feeling?
Yeah. It's like, man, I've grown so much.
Exactly.
And
that's
progress. Important. Yeah, like I felt like if I would listen to my music back then and it sounds the same, that's not progress. I feel like I didn't grow. Being that I'm only 19. And so it's like, if I didn't grow yet, that's a problem. So listening back to it, I feel good. I'm like, wow, my music has so grown, and now
that's a good sign.
Yeah, and it's like it didn't grow to where it grew in a bad way. You know what I mean? It didn't go like south. I still stay, who I am. I still stay true to who I am. But definitely my music. Oh man, just even from making beats, engineering, just my music has grown so much, and I love it. I have to love it. I love it so much. But.
The fact that you're comfortable with yourself and that you see the progress that you've come from when you were just getting a taste of what or how to make music.
Right.
It's incredible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it only just gives you the drive to just go even farther, man.
Exactly.
How far can I milk this? How far can I just
exactly
figure out who I really am and why was I put here, dude?
Right, exactly. Because honestly, man, and I'm pretty sure with being in a band and doing your own thing, you have doubts, and honestly, I thought I was, a strong person. And no, I'm never gonna let doubts get to me. I've had a period in time where I was like, man, is this really for me? Should I be struggling this hard to get where I want to be?
And that's with anything that you do.
Yeah, exactly. Anything. If you're trying to, make a new invention of a liquid or a different water or something, that's with anything.
Yeah.
Taking out the trash. Am I really meant to take out this trash today? It's like
you're gonna doubt, and that's only being human.
Exactly, and honestly, that doubt is what makes progress, is what makes growth. Because for me, I know when I've doubted, and I've called on my family. They're great supporters, like I've said, and they're like, "This is what you were born to do. You went this far. Look at you. You're in Florida. Out of all of my friends, I'm the one who actually moved out of state."
That's beautiful that your parents say that to you.
Yeah, it's like you're in Florida. This is for a reason. This is not. If this wasn't for a reason, you would not be in Florida going to Full Sail right now, getting your videos done.
I will say this. I loved where I grew up in Arkansas and Chelsea and all that.
Yeah.
But in Chelsea, Alabama, that wasn't the place to get discovered.
Right.
And that was a doubt that I would always have. And I was just like, I feel like we have good potential and I feel we have a sexy sound, but we don't have any. We got nowhere to go, man.
Exactly.
We're in a box.
Exactly.
And then when I'm moving over here to Orlando, this is Orlando. There's places to be here.
Heck yeah.
It's buzzing over here, and there's opportunity here.
Exactly.
And you need to take advantage of it.
Oh yeah, I feel like if you haven't taken advantage of the opportunity here yet, like as soon as I got here, meeting and networking,
you can't be shy.
So like right down the street, like even somebody that works at CVS knows how to do music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or knows how to do some type of setting up a stage, anything.
This was something I was going to say. It was funny. I remember in high school, my principal would come up to me anytime that there was a little function, a fundraiser or something going on, and they needed a band, he would come to me because we were like the only band in the school. Dang. And it felt good. Him coming to me and all that. He's like, hey, Kirby, you want to get the guys together and we're going to do a charity run. We need someone we need a beat to run to. I was like, dude, I got you. But I remember, when you told people in Alabama, oh yeah, I'm in a band, people were like really interested because it just didn't seem that popular.
Exactly. It wasn't normal.
And you come down here, and I tell people, oh yeah, I'm a drummer. They go, yeah, I'm a drummer, trumpet player. Yeah. I can whistle out of I can whistle out of my ears, dude. Like
right. I can play the drums while doing backflips.
Big deal.
Wow.
Like it lowered me a little bit. I was like, oh man, I gotta step up my game.
And that's the thing though. It lets you step up your game, and you have all the tools to do it. And that's
it's good motivation.
Exactly. It's like, even when it here, oh yeah, I'm a singer. Oh yeah, I sing too. Oh, okay. Well, so now like my music, bam, has gone so much better because it's like, okay, when I first came here, I had nothing to show. I didn't know who I was I had a lot of growing, and I still do. But, with that, seeing so much talent, even, I go to some producers and collab with them. Mm-hmm. I hear that they're so dope. I go home and I make a beat even doper. Like those things that it's always good to be around people that are better than you.
Yes.
Always.
It makes you hungry. It makes you want to get
It's just like even
there.
with sports, playing basketball. It's good to play basketball with somebody who's better at you with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think of music as a sport. I don't see why some people don't, but I think I think of it as a sport.
It can be competitive.
Yeah, it very much is, especially in the hip hop, rap industry.
The game is real.
It's very competitive.
Especially how we were talking about how the recording, the labels and all that, dude.
Oh,
if you want to get even into a heap, if you just want to even get an eyesight of stuff like that, you got to claw your way there.
Oh, because there are a lot of people doing what you're doing, but there's only a few that'll go up. Exactly. There's only a few that will get through.
There's so many great artists out there that will never get discovered.
That will never,
and
ever
that's
get
sad,
discovered.
but that is the reality.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you want to get discovered, you
honestly have to
step on some toes, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's sad you have to do it, but you honestly have to basically play the higher power at their own game.
Everybody
you
wants
to figure it out and play.
Everybody's doing
game.
What you're doing. You said it. You said it.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so. Going in, I got another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I always ask pretty much everybody that gets on the show is challenges.
Mm-hmm.
We as musicians, we come on to writers,
Yeah.
we go into things like writer's block and semi-Deftones.
Right.
We come into these things and they're like they're blocks for us.
Yes.
What are some challenges that you have gone through and conquered?
I would say, honestly, one big one for me, one really, really, really big one for me, I would say, is relying on people that didn't have the same mindset as I did. I've gotten to so many situations to where I've relied so much on somebody that when they didn't do their part, everything fell apart. And it was kind of to the fact to where I was like looking at it to where I can either learn how to do this or I can actually do this myself. And not rely on people that that are don't have the same like-minded and that's very important, man. Working with people that have the same work ethic, because there's a lot of people say that that they'll say they're about this, they're about that, but they're really not, or they're really not working as hard as you trying to get to the top.
Right,
I would say that's a big one. Now I'm more of reading people and making sure that if you're on the same level, okay, let's work and let's build a team together. But yeah, that's one of them. Writer's block, of course.
Yeah, everybody runs through that.
Oh gosh, man, I remember like trying to put out a project, and I'm just like burnt out. It's like I have no juice. I have no juice at all.
You take breaks when you write and stuff?
Yes, I have to.
Yeah,
I have
it's
to.
Smart.
Definitely
you
eat.
Yes,
that's my break.
Yeah. Get a snack in there. Eat some dark chocolate. Get something for the brain to just...
Exactly. I definitely eat. I would say another one is doubt. Doubt is something that I would say has been a block.
You run into doubt a little bit.
Yeah, because doubt, it can bring you to the point where you're like, okay, I'm just not going to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that can be a block that I've been through. I've been through a couple of times, and thank God for my friends and my family who have supported me to like, hey, you're here for a reason. You know what I mean? You need to wake up. A lot of people are not in the position that you're in. A lot of people can't even, come out here to Florida and do what you're doing, right now.
That's it.
It's like, do it for those people at least, so it's like reminding yourself constantly that you're here for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Don't give
because
up.
life doesn't wait on you.
Mm-mm.
Time doesn't wait on you. Life doesn't wait on you.
You're going to run in obstacles every day.
Oh, yeah.
You got to learn how to get through them.
Exactly.
Or you're not going to get anywhere.
Honestly, if you're not going to, run over those obstacles, you're going to stay right where you're at. Right where you're at. And that's what I've had to learn. And now, I'm coming in with a new mindset. No matter what comes my way, I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than that.
And that's a good mentality to have.
Exactly. Especially if you're doing, you want to go somewhere where you want to get to, you have to have that mentality. Have to.
Hey, Yana, I gotta say that's pretty admirable. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, you have to have that mindset.
So let's go ahead and talk about content a little bit before the time runs out. I want to know, and if you don't mind sharing, what content do we have out there that we can listen to a bit of Yana G about?
Oh, yes. Well, first of all, you can check me out on SoundCloud, YouTube, any social media, Facebook. Just type in Yana G, and I'll pop up. YANA, the letter G.
Nice.
And as far as my music, I would say a person listening to it, I think that they would feel after listening to my music, I definitely think they'll feel confident. Definitely feel that there's no doubt, because a lot of in my music, it's like I've came from a place where this was rare. Music, it's hard to, like you said, in Alabama, it's kind of hard to push and get out there in an area where it's kind of like dead, like that industry is kind of like, not popular there.
Yeah.
So, I've literally came from the South where this wasn't, that interesting, or a lot of people didn't do it. And I've literally came over here and built myself up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, again, doubt is something that everybody has, once in their life. So I definitely, after listening to my music, that's something definitely that they're going to feel like, okay,
So Yana G, you'll inspire me.
Oh, yes. Yes. Because going through even, struggles that I've went through, living and even being a military child, music, man, has itself just has helped me. I feel like without music, even just listening to it, not even just singing it, but just listening to it, without that, man, I've honestly don't think I would be the person I am.
It's a crutch.
It is. It really is. It helps you get through a lot of things. And that's what I want to be. I want to be that crutch. I want to be that, I just listen to Yana G and I have a whole different perspective on this right now. You know what I'm saying? And thankfully I've had that reaction, I've thankfully I've had that, because it's a worry. It's like, man, are they going to understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, are people feeling me?
Yeah, are they going to understand what I'm trying to say?
Do I look like a joke, or do they actually know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So like, for New Wave, I have a lyric in there that's saying, did it by myself and now they know about me. It's kind of like, not New Wave, excuse me, in the Panda remix.
Okay.
I said, did it by myself and now they know about me. And it's true. It's like, I've tried to rely on people. And it's like my parents and my friends open my eyes. It's like, Yana, you came from South Carolina and now you're in Florida doing your thing. Do it. Do it. You do it
Next
by
step,
yourself,
Miami. After that,
what?
California.
Yes.
Keep it up.
Exactly. That's definitely my plan.
So you got the fans and they're feeling what you're throwing.
Oh,
huh?
yes.
So I
thank God for that, because
that's beautiful.
It's hard. It's hard to get, a lot of people who don't even know you by your side. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely
persuading. I mean, it's negotiating, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in the type of musical style.
Right, exactly. It's just kind of like, look, I can't promise you anything, but if you listen to the song, it's kind of like a gamble. You know what I mean? So
that's getting out there is a gamble in itself.
Exactly. Exact life. Yeah, exactly. So I would have to say, listening to my music, that's what I hope that, people will get.
All right. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they will.
Yes, I really hope.
All right. So before we wrap it up here, I always just ask the guests, because people who listen to the show are artists themselves, are trying to get out there. Just they want to get to be the best, just like you and I do.
Yes.
You recently have just gotten 1 million listens on SoundCloud. Which,
yes,
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
That's
so
awesome.
Hard promoting and hard work.
And which song was it?
It was that's just actually the play for all of the plays together.
That's right.
Yeah, all of the plays together. They added up to 1 million, and so I was like, man, I looked at that actually. Oh, actually, I looked at that last Wednesday. And I was like, wow, yes, finally, like I have the fan base that I was always dreamed of since I was young, you know what I'm saying? And I still have a lot to do. I still have goals.
It's only a stepping stone.
It's only a step, like crawl, walk, one,
Take that milestone.
Yeah.
Put it underneath you and keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
You're going to get there.
Thank you.
Keep that attitude. Keep the inspiration where it's at.
Thank you so much.
But the last thing that we're going to ask here is KirbKast is what is some advice you can give to the listeners?
Okay. Some advice, honestly, to give to the listeners is no matter how much doubt, no matter how much hate somebody has or negativity, take that and run with it, because that is what makes you stronger. That is what is going to get you to where you want to go. Doubt, there is nothing that you're going to go through that I would say that will literally stop you from doing. There is no impossible. There is no I can't. You take it and you run with it as far as you can and keep going. That's what I would have to say.
Ah, there you go. Spoken like a true professional, man.
Thank you. I try to be a professional. I try.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. That was Yana G's.
Yes.
Girl, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I feel like I could go be president. I could rule the world now. Thank you really so much.
Thank you. This is an awesome show. Like, what you're doing is so awesome. Like, I'll do anything you need me to do. Like, this is awesome.
You want to be a support? Go out there and make it.
Yes.
All right.
I got you.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all be sure to tune in next week. All right. Peace out.
Peace.